back to my channel. My name is Tanya. I'm a part-time reseller. Find me online as VolverVintage. I sell vintage and a few modern brands on sites like eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Etsy. Today I'm doing my May 2023 what sold video. Again, I've just been wanting to be transparent and share my numbers, even though I haven't been keeping up with listing and sharing. I'm just kind of in a clear it out process. I'm clearing out most of my inventory from my closet just because I want to start fresh, start new, get fresh listings, better inventory, do better research, get my numbers up, get my sales numbers up. So my numbers are a little on the lower end. Not that I've ever had a big closet. I've always been a somewhat small closet, like between 150 and 250 listings. This month I also participated in Poshmark's promoted closets beta. I'm not sure if it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks of the promoted listings feature. It's a feature you pay for, and you can honestly set your own budget. They give you an estimate for your closet size, like they recommend $25 or whatever a week in advertising. It kind of works like Google AdSense. So yeah, but you can actually go in and set it. I think the minimum you have to do is $5. I'm not sure. And it's per week. So at the end of this video, I'll share my thoughts on the promoted closet beta program. And let's go straight into the numbers. So in the month of May on Poshmark, I had a total of 20 sales. And on eBay, I had 3 sales. So those were my total sales in May, 23 sales total, 0 on Etsy, 0 on Mercari, and 0 on Depop. So let's go ahead and do my classic split screen and talk about each sale. And these are low numbers. Again, I'm accepting offers and moving things out of my closet. So first off, this vintage 1999 Sailor Moon VHS tape. It sold for $9. I got this for $1 at the swap meet. Next up, these vintage glass hand-blown bubble shakers. These sold for $9. I mean, I have cents into this because they were part of like bulk buyouts that I used to do back in the day. My cost of goods for these are 30 cents. They sold for $9. I'm fine with that. Up next, this ceramic cardinal trinket box. It sold for $13. It was from Urban Outfitters. Again, it was part of my buyout, so I have like 50 cents into the piece. Sold for $13. I'm happy with that. Up next, this vintage 1991 Polly Pocket little playhouse. It sold for $10. I got this at the swap meet. I paid $3. So I mean, I probably made like $4 profit. I sold this vintage cat print rhinestone t-shirt. Again, if you saw my last video, I told you that I found a bag of like cat themed t-shirts in my old storage unit. This one sold for $14. Again, I have no idea how much my cost of goods, but I think at this point I can attribute 0 because I probably made my money back on that buyout. Up next, these vintage 90s Y2K Rampage square toe kitten heels. They sold for $10. I paid $3.99 for these at my local Goodwill. After that, MTV Dahlia Flowers t-shirt sold for $6. I got this in a mystery box, so I'm honestly breaking even on the sale. This vintage coffin style black velvet top. I got this for $1. I remember that at the swap meet. It sold for $15, so I made like $10 on that. On May 19th, this vintage Looney Tunes. It was a girl size overalls. They sold for $12. These were part of, again, an inventory buyout. When I buy vintage in bulk, my cost of goods does go down. So even though it's like a $12 profit, I only have $1 or $2 into these pieces. So I do end up making like an $8 profit, which is fine. Up next, these Free People Zoe bikini briefs sold for $10. My cost of goods on these are $3.50. Up next, these Levi's Premium Distressed High-Rise Wedgie Jeans. These sold for $25. They were a smaller size, so they took a while to sell. I think I paid about $5.99 for these at my local Goodwill. Up next, this gorgeous dress. It was a Tadashi pink satin corset style dress. I had this dress since pre-pandemic, guys. Like, I remember this was one of the last purchases that I made in a Goodwill in, I think, late February of 2020. I remember it vividly. I got 3 gowns. One of them was a wedding dress. This one, I think another Tadashi dress. Like, obviously after that, COVID hit, everything shut down, and I honestly didn't list this for years just because we were in a shutdown. Like, there were no homecoming dances, there were no proms, weddings were shut down. I think I just listed it last year in the summer and got a lot of attention but little action, like hardly any offers. I would send out offers to likers consistently. They sent me an offer for $25, which I know you might consider lowball, but I think I paid $6 for this dress. So I was like, 6 into 25, get it out of here, you know. There was some dust spots. It was a pre-owned dress, and you could see that it had been worn because I had like dust spots around the hemline of the dress. So I just listed it as is, didn't bother dry cleaning it or attempting to wash, listed it as is and accepted the $25 and moved on with this 2020 relic that I had in my closet forever. Up next is Pendleton women's long sleeve rayon button down shirt, sold for $8. Again, a shirt, I don't even remember where I got it, but I've had it forever and I just wanted it gone, so I accepted the lowball offer of $8 and moved it on out of here. Up next is vintage 90s Toys R Us. It was like an official, do you guys remember Toys R Us from the 90s? Like, I would get so excited to just go to the store. Like, I remember going once or twice when I was a kid. But it was an employee uniform. It had the Toys R Us logo embroidered. It was a like size 3X. I think I got this at the swap meet, so I don't think I paid more than $3 for it, to be honest. Accepted an offer for $20. Up next is vintage Team USA Olympics dad hat. Paid $1 for this at the swap meet. Accepted a $9 offer. Moving on to these vintage porcelain cameo art gold frames. I picked this up when Bridgerton was really in and everybody was into like the cottagecore Victorian era stuff. I paid $3. It was $3.99 at my Goodwill, and I accepted an offer for $12. Again, these took a while to sell. Don't know if I would pick them up again. Up next is Free People Bridget bodysuit, sold for $15. My cost of goods for anything Free People in my closet is $3.50. I purchased a wholesale lot from, I think it's Fox Liquidation, if you're interested. I mean, I feel like Free People is so oversaturated now in the marketplace, and it's because of places like Fox Liquidation where you can buy like a $500 lot of Free People items. So hint, hint, if you want to purchase a wholesale lot, foxliquidation.com. And then up next is a Nike camo halter dress, sold for $20. This was a retail arbitrage that I attempted to do. I got the dress for $9. It was like $9.99 at TJ Maxx. Took forever to sell, and in the end I accepted a $20 offer just to get it out of here. Up next is vintage Dutch kissing couple salt and pepper shakers, sold for $10. I think I paid $3 for these at an estate sale. Don't know if I would pick them up again. I feel like salt and pepper shakers, even though they're so cute and I love picking them up, they take forever to sell. Unless like it's a really rare piece that's highly sought after. And then the last sale on Poshmark for the month of May was this vintage 1995 Disney Pocahontas Polly Pocket. It did have John Smith, but it didn't have Pocahontas. But I think it did have Miko and like a picture of Mother Willow. I think that's her name. So it was cute, but in the end it sold for $21. I paid $1 for it at the swap meet, so it was not that bad. Again, I would pick it up. I'm not gonna lie. I love picking up like McDonald's toys and little trinkets. So, but I would not pay more than $1 for it. So overall, those were my 20 sales on Poshmark. My total gross sales on Poshmark was $273 minus fees, cost of goods, and shipping. I sent a lot of offers out, so I did have to pay a lot of shipping fees. My net earnings was $186.25. So then moving on to eBay, I only had 3 sales, and the first 2 sales were for the same item, and I kind of thought it was a duplicate purchase, but they were 2 different buyers. So one buyer purchased this Free People Mesh Triangle Bra on the 23rd, and then 2 days later, I had another sale for this exact same item to a different buyer. So in the end, they ended up paying $16 each, $12 plus $4 shipping. And then my last sale on eBay was this Elizabeth and James gray romper. It sold for $20. The buyer did pay $6 for shipping, and I paid $6 for this at my local Goodwill. I don't know if I'd pick up Elizabeth and James again. I feel like it's just one of those brands, those well-known brands, but I don't know. For me, it doesn't resell that well. So those are my 3 sales. It was a gross number of $58, and after fees and shipping, I cashed out $34.41. So in the end, I had 23 sales in the month of May, both on Poshmark and eBay total, and my net earnings after fees and after shipping was $220.66. That's what I cashed out, and that's what was deposited into my bank account. So again, pretty low numbers. And this month I did participate in that promoted closet beta program. So I don't know if, honestly, I do think it made a difference because I did have sales. Because if I look at my closet insights for the year, it's been so bad, guys. Like, May has been the month that I had the most sales, and I think it's honestly because I was in that beta program. I was in the promoted closets program that month, so I ended up making more sales because I have not made that many sales. Like, it's honestly the most I've made in a month is 10. So like, I've made double my average in the single month of May. But again, it was a free program. I don't know if I would participate in the program on my own, because I feel like it still doesn't give you a lot of control and a lot of data. Like, it does tell you how many impressions your listings get. Like, it'll say like, oh, you got 600 impressions this day, but it doesn't, it gives you a total. So it doesn't break it down by listing, and you don't know how many impressions you were getting before you joined the program. So you don't really know what the difference is. I don't know. And I feel like I'm also not the best person to speak on it, just because I have been so dismissive with my Poshmark closet. Like, I haven't been listing, I haven't been sharing, I haven't been the most consistent seller. So I feel like I'm not, honestly, I don't even think I should have been in the beta testing, to be honest, because I think they wanted sellers that are like, you know, constantly listing, constantly selling, to give a more accurate representation of how it affects your closet. I feel like my closet's on life support, and it just kept my closet alive, because I kid you not, the rest of it went down for the rest of the summer. But I don't know, those are my thoughts. I mean, if you can get into the beta, I mean, if somebody offers you a free program, I'm gonna take it. It's a free paid advertising. But even if I wasn't part of the beta program, I think I would still like at least turn it on, pay $10 for 1 week and see if it makes any type of difference, because you can set your own budget. It doesn't have to be extremely high, you know, you can set it as low as like $10 a week. So yeah, let me know if you've participated in the promoted closet listings program. What are your thoughts? I feel like I'm in the process of relearning a lot of things because I've just been so disconnected from reselling that I feel like I need to consume all of the content just to ramp up and get on it again. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. Tag your new favorite resellers. I feel like there's so many new YouTubers, and that's cool. I really like following people and following along in people's journeys and learning from other people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.